Fighting to put the scandal-plagued school year behind them, voters are pouring into the election polls in hope that their pick will bring forth change in the school district. You may know it as the image sharing app that gets your family members and friends to like the post of birthday celebrations, weddings, and much more. But now there are growing concerns over several hashtags which are allowing people to access pornographic websites. Imagine turning on your computer, then getting a message from a hacker claiming that they capture something on your computer screen that you wouldn't want others to see. Formerly a resident of Florida, Vadaline Jack knows all too well about crime in a big city. And just when she thought she may have escaped car thefts by living in a nice neighborhood in Fargo, she was surprised after her car was broken into and her wallet was taken. With 2 kids of his own, Alex Magar did not hesitate to reunite a 5-year-old child with his family. And while some may make a big deal out of his brave actions, Magar just wants people to step up and help out when someone may be in need. As a freshman in college, it's easy to think, who cares what I post? I'm young, but students we talk with on campus say it's better to not risk it when it comes to employers. After it was brought to the attention of the Cass County Sheriff's Office that an individual is posing as an official trying to get money out of people in the FM area, the Sheriff's Office is warning that you be wary of this new scam. Imagine turning on your computer, then getting a message from a hacker claiming that they capture something on your computer screen that you wouldn't want others to see.
People are oblivious to something, especially on the web, and they get scared when they see it pop up.
Whether you may have or may have not actually been watching porn online, this new email scam is taking blackmailing to another level. Scammers are going as far to send you an email saying they have hacked into your home computer webcam, watching you search for inappropriate websites.
And they will try to trick you into having you pay them money to fix it or resolve the problem that they're saying that you have.
The scammers who claim to have been recording you send out your old password, and they will threaten to send out videos of you watching pornography to all your contacts. And the only way to stop them is if you pay a large amount in Bitcoins.
Unless you give them access to your computer, they're not going to know that you're doing that. They usually request Bitcoins for payment because it's not something that's really trackable.
Tech experts Danny and Brian Ware say that this email scam is no different than the Microsoft scam of the past.
I'll always change your passwords, but two-way authentication is probably going to be your best solution.
So how did scammers get your password? The Ware brothers say many times people use unsecured websites using the same passwords on various accounts. Experts say you should never dish out money to a scammer and try your best to turn off your computer if a scam-like email pops up. Never give a hacker access to your computer, and avoid links and attachments in a scam email because scammers are just fishing for your information. In Fargo, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live. With 2 kids of his own, Alex Magar did not hesitate to reunite a 5-year-old child with his family. And while some may make a big deal out of his brave actions, Magar just wants people to step up and help out when someone may be in need.
A lot of people just drove by and they didn't really pay attention to it, and that's kind of scary.
Tuesday evening, coming home from work on a route that he takes every day on his way home.
A little boy that kind of looked out of place a little bit, and so I drove by first, and then I went down past the tracks. I turned around, I came back, he was still standing there, so I rolled down my window. I'm like, "Hey, little man, where's your parents at? Are you okay?"
And because he didn't reply, Magar assumed he was being cautious of stranger danger.
He went to go sit in the middle of the road intersection over here, and so I'm like, "Hey, you gotta get out of the road. You can't be sitting down in the middle of the road." And he ran out to the side like he was gonna go to the playground, and there's some other kids there playing. So I thought maybe he was with them, so I just stayed for a little bit and watched.
It ended up that the 5-year-old who wasn't wearing shoes didn't belong with the other kids. He kept walking farther along the 900 block of Willow Street, prompting Magar to call police.
Or who knows if someone else would have saw him, had bad intentions or whatnot.
Magar then jumped into action using his vehicle to block oncoming traffic, snagging up the child and protecting him from making his way to Westlake Drive, which is one of the busiest streets in Detroit Lakes.
Really easy to get hit because no one's really paying attention. Slow creeping vehicles, just didn't want to get in any more danger. But we found out as well that he was actually nonverbal.
When police arrived, Magar stayed with the child and helped locate his mother, who was loading things into her car when the young boy got away.
She turned her back for 2 seconds, and 5-year-old kid, they can get away pretty quick. And so she was very, very happy to have him home.
Because Magar intervened and helped officers, Chief Steve Todd with the Detroit Lakes Police Department felt it was appropriate to thank Magar for his reaction with a letter of appreciation.
We appreciate having a hand-in-hand working relationship with members of the public like that.
From Detroit Lakes, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.
Shouldn't be here. With a lot of the things that I have gone through, I really should not be here, and I'm very, very thankful for everything that I have.
When you take a look at Tyler Skovlin, you would never think that at one point in his life, he hit rock bottom.
Ended up trying to move out to Washington on my own, and that's kind of when things started getting tough for me, actually. I went there on the promise of a construction job. When I showed up, there was nobody there. Nobody knew I was coming.
Skovlum instantly found himself in a dilemma thousands of miles away from home because he only had money for a one-way ticket for that construction job in Washington State.
2 months or so having no place to live, like no place to live, no car to sleep in, no bed, no anything. I had a concrete pillow for a while.
As if being homeless wasn't enough for Skovlum, he got the news that his father was suffering from a rare liver disease. He made his trek back to North Dakota to care for his father with little to nothing, up until his father had passed away.
I've got a beautiful family and I do everything for them. I'm the last person I do any of this for, is for myself.
Seeing it actually happening right now is not just such a relief, but it's a lot of excitement for him because I see how happy he is.
Around the time his father passed, he also welcomed his first child into the world. And his first child was the wake-up call he says he needed to push through adversity he was facing.
There's a lot of people in this world to meet. There's a lot of people in this world to care about. There's a lot of people in this world to help. There's a lot of people in this world to feed.
Skovlum then began working at Pita Pit in Grand Forks for several years under his current boss, who has now given him an opportunity of a lifetime to become the owner of the store.
If you had been in my shoes during that time, this would never even be on the horizon. Like, this would never even be a goal that I would set for myself.
His advice to anyone who is going through a similar situation is simple.
There's always somewhere to turn. There's always somewhere to go. There's always something that you can be doing for yourself. There's always something that you can do. You just have to dig deep. I didn't have anyone to turn to, and when I didn't have anyone to turn to, you turn inward on yourself and you just start asking yourself like the tough questions, you know, what am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this?
And he says with hard work and dedication, there is no limit to your success.
You know what? Have your big goal in mind and set small incremental goals on the way up so it still feels like you're accomplishing something.
Embarking upon his first business venture, Skovlum wants to thank everyone along the way who helped him to where he is today.
I feel like I got the whole city of Grand Forks on my back, honestly, and they know I'm here for them too.
From Grand Forks, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.